Okay, it's 7:19. I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman at-large Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the June 10th, 2024 Common Council meeting minutes? Okay. Okay.
It's good, I was gonna have to abstain anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Move along, regular business. Code Committee, Councilman Vicarello.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, the Code Committee has not met since our last council meeting. At this point, I would like to move forward with a few things. At first, I'm going to make a motion that the council adopt the negative declaration under seeker, and I'll yield to corporate counsel for further.
Okay,
Somebody has a second?
as Councilman Vicarello said, first is a motion under the seeker regulations to adopt a negative declaration with respect to proposed local law number 4 of 2024, the amendments to the city code regarding cannabis regulations, and a negative declaration that there are no adverse environmental impacts with respect to the local law, and authorizing the mayor to sign the appropriate parts of the environmental assessment form before the council. That's the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Oning. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries.
At this point, I would like to make a motion to approve local law number 4. Adopt local law
Of 2024.
2020.
Second. Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
I would also like to make a motion to remove the moratorium against the previous, against the cannabis dispensary law, which will take effect upon this law being filed with the state,
Secretary of State.
the Secretary of State.
Second.
Second by Councilman Oni to lift the moratorium. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
Okay, at this point, I would like to make a motion to adopt local law number 5 of 2024.
Which is the new local law with respect to the exemption under section 421F of the real property tax law, providing for exemptions with capital improvements to residential properties within the city.
Second. Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
That's it for code. The next meeting will be August 7th, as there's no meeting in July this year.
Okay. Police, take it with you.
The police committee met on June 20th. The chief went over numerous items. He reported a lot on the way they're dispersing the grant money, in particular the snug grants, with outreach events, patrols, and he reported on, we finally received our first workers' comp reimbursement from an employee who's been out for some time, which was nice to finally get money back from the state. He reported on the annual awards, which we will be putting something out shortly on that. We had a lengthy discussion about pedestrians and crosswalks. This is something everybody has to work together on. Drivers, you have to be aware of what's going on around you. in 2023, the city of Port Jervis, we had 12 pedestrians struck by a motor vehicle. At the same point, pedestrians, you have to be aware of what's going on around you. What the police officers are taught is in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, when a pedestrian enters a crosswalk, they have to give 100 yards to moving vehicles to be able to see them and be able to stop in time for them. So please, don't be just strutting out because you're in a crosswalk. That doesn't mean that a car has to slam on their brakes to try and avoid you. The idea here is not to get run over. So please, if we can all work together on that. The next police committee meeting will be July 18th at 6 p.m.
Okay. Planning and zoning and recreation, Councilman
Thank you,
O'Connell.
Mayor. Zoning has not met yet since the last meeting. Zoning will meet at 7 in the council chambers on July 2nd. Planning met last on June 18th. There was a pre-submission for Treetops Company warehouse facility being developed at 123 Ryan Street. Concerns brought up included mainly the flow of traffic, such as semi-trucks going through the area, also with shift times and how they would affect the school traffic. Also was brought up as drainage, the number of fire hydrants, and the lighting. Public hearing has been extended to August, and so the next meeting will be held in August, where it will give a presentation on all the concerns brought up. The next planning board meeting is on July 16th. And for recreation, the recreation update, the youth center recreation room schedule will be adjusted on the following days to match the school district's half-day schedule. The youth center room will be 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on June 25th, and the schedule on June 26th, the last day of school, will be 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The youth center will be closed on June 7th, or 27th and 28th. West End Beach open for swimming today, Monday, June 24th. Please remember, swimming is prohibited when there are no lifeguards on duty. Children under the age of 12 must be accompanied by an adult. For a beach schedule, please contact the recreation office at recreation director at portjervisnewyork.gov. The summer recreation programs at Church Street Park and the youth center will start on Monday, July 1st. Church Street programs will be held between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the youth center will be open 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Permission forms must be filled out and turned in order for children to participate. Children must be 7 years old. The second food truck and fireworks festival will be held at Riverside Park Wednesday, July 3rd between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Cost to enter festival is only $5. Children 12 and under enter free. Approximately 30 food trucks, live bands, and fireworks from Point Peter approximately 9:30 p.m. Tickets are still available for 2 group road trips this summer. Circle Line cruise on July 18th, $85 per person, and a New York Mets baseball game on August 16th, $105 per person. Price for both trips include transportation on charter buses. Please remember, dogs are not permitted in city parks. Recently, we have been experiencing a tremendous amount of dog waste left on the grass in our city parks. This is unacceptable because kids play there and other dogs enjoy the area. Dogs are permitted in the watershed trails, D&H Trail, Mike McCarthy Walkway, and the dog yard. There are dog waste stations with bags at these locations. Please clean up after your dog. Also, in order to use a dog yard, dogs must register at the clerk's office. For more information, please go to contact the recreation office at 845-858-4045 or email us recreation director at portjervisnewyork.gov. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for this Wednesday, August 14th, at 6:15 p.m. at the youth center. There is no Recreation Commission meeting in July.
Okay. Finance Councilwoman Fuller.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. The first thing that I have is a request to approve the standard workday reporting for elected officials. I need to make a motion that we approve this so Bobby Joe can do the filing.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connor. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? Motion carries.
The next item that I have is the PERMA invoice for our switch from NICEF to PERMA. The total amount due is $150,000, $150,238. I would like to make a motion that we approve this invoice to be paid.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? Motion carries.
The next item that I have is an invoice for Hendrickson. The total amount of this invoice is $43,846.82. These were unplanned repairs to Excelsior Engine Company engine 5. I would like to make a motion that we approve to pay these repairs out of our contingency line.
I'll second.
Second by Councilman at-large Hockenberry. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. And then I have regular bills to be paid. From our general fund, $437,151.36. From the water fund, $67,023.37. From the sewer fund, $13,549.98. From the capital fund, $8,941.84. And from trust and agency, $591.48, for a total of $527,258.03. Some larger items to note: from the general water and sewer funds, Hendrickson Fire Rescue for $43,846.82. Orange and Rockland PJ Solar for $30,721.22. New York State Employee Insurance for $310,411.86. And Medicare reimbursement vouchers for $47,169. From the capital fund, we have Dick's Concrete for $4,919.40. Schmidt's Wholesale for $1,652.60. Glencoe Supply for $714, and Granger for $570.63. I would like to make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All is in favor?
Aye.
All is opposed? Motion carries.
Our next finance meeting will be held on July 17th at 6 p.m. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Tourism and IDA, Councilwoman Mann.
Thank you, Mayor. Tourism last met on June 12th. They discussed the upcoming Italian festival, Bella Notte Italiana, which will be held on Saturday, August 17th from 3 to 9 p.m. at Orange Square Park. New this year will be authentic Italian dancers performing traditional folk dances and the tarantella, along with the return of Sal the Boys Valentinetti and Vanessa Racci. The board also began preparing for the 31st Annual Fall Foliage Festival, which will be held on Sunday, September 24th, downtown. Applications for these events are available on the city's website or at the clerk's office. You may also contact Tourism Chair Laura Meyer. Her email is floralaurapj@yahoo.com. These events are at no charge to the public. The next Tourism Board meeting will be held on Wednesday, July 10th at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. The IDA last met on June 17th. City Clerk Treasurer Bobby Joe reviewed New York State's allotment. The IDA had no projects to report. IDA Chair Jackie Smith is waiting for a response from the county regarding further training for the board members. The IDA attorney is on a per diem as needed. The board approved the financial statement along with the IDA minutes from August of 2023 and May of 2024 meetings. The fee schedule and application need to be updated, and the board will work with the code. Hi, Jason. We'll work with code for these updates. All the IDA meetings are available for review on the mayor's Facebook page. They are broadcasted live. So the next IDA meeting will be held on Monday, July 15th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Fire and Emergency Management, Councilman Rhodes.
Thank you, Mayor. From the fire department, for the parade, usually there's a firefighter burn treatment fund that goes around with little barrels they push around. So the fire department is also, they usually waive the vendor fee for this, and I think it's a great thing, and I would like to make a motion that we waive the vendor fee for this group for parade day on July 13th.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The next item, we have apparatus that we voted on in the past for surplus. The fire chief picked a vendor for us to sell our apparatus. Brindle Mountain Fire Apparatus. I make a motion that we go with that company for the sale of those fire apparatus.
Second that.
Second by-
The proposal. It's okay.
Okay. Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And the other items that I have, basically, just to kind of put it out there for the council, the week of the parade, usually Thursday night at 6 p.m., we meet at the Hammond Street Fire Station, and we go around to the grave sites of the past fire chiefs. So, and it's open to all the council members for Thursday night on July 11th. Then Friday night, July 12th, we meet on Pike Street at the Firemen's Memorial and have a little prayer service, and then we go around to each firehouse after that. And then Saturday, July 13th is the Firemen's Day Parade, and this year the lineup's gonna be at the high school, and it's gonna end downtown by the Erie Depot. So I'm just kind of giving everybody a little heads up.
What time do you meet at the Memorial Friday night?
6 p.m. for Thursday and Friday.
6 p.m. Thank you.
And the next fire emergency management meeting will be July 15th at 6:30 here in the council chambers. That's all I have, Mayor. Thanks.
All right, thank you. ADA, Councilman Oni.
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing new to report. We've not met. That
CDA.
was easy.
Councilwoman Dennison.
The CDA last met on May 29th. The next meeting will be June 26th. And unless arrangements have been changed, the group is to meet on the second floor usually, but we'll be meeting on the first floor. I have. I made the motion that we resolve, that I have two things here. Resolve that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis does hereby commit to the acceptance and usage of funds resulting from the upcoming negotiation per the April 2024 grant application. And it is further resolved that the mayor and or his designees, including but not limited to city legal counsel, have the authority to continue negotiations and are required to provide project updates as available to the Port Jervis Common Council. I have a motion.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion?
Yeah, real quick. This is just for the public's information. This is a resolution for the Open Space Institute, Delaware River Watershed Protection Fund, Phase 2, plus Round 3 capital grant usage. Thank you.
Thank you. Kyle Sandusky is here if anyone has any questions after the meeting. He's more than willing to answer. We have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Councilman at-large Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And I also have one from the Pro Housing Communities Model Resolution. Now therefore it is hereby resolved that the City of Port Jervis, in order to take positive steps to alleviate the housing crisis, adopts the Pro Housing Communities Pledge, which will have us endeavor to take the following important steps. Number 1, streamlining permitting for multifamily housing, affordable housing, and accessible dwelling units and supportive housing. Number 2, adopting policies that affirmatively further fair housing. Number 3, incorporating regional housing needs into planning decisions. Number 4, increasing developmental capacity for residential issues. And number 5, enacting policies that encourage a broad range of housing development, including multifamily housing, affordable housing, accessory dwelling units, and supportive housing.
We have a second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Oni. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? Motion carries.
And that is all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Housing and Veterans, Councilman Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. The Housing Authority last met on May 27th. Next meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, the 25th at 7 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. The next senior club meetings are June the 12th, July the 10th, and July 24th at 1 p.m. at the Fellowship Hall in West End. Veteran information, we had an opportunity to visit those Orange County BOCES where they're building the small houses for homeless veterans. 2 houses are currently being fabricated and will be finished along with the others when the new school year starts. The quality of work, it was exceptional. The leader of the pack there is very qualified. The kids are very excited about doing it. And the buildings are larger than I expected. And I can't thank the administration, the staff, and the students enough for helping make this dream come true. We're going to present a video pretty soon, so stay tuned, of our visit and how they're doing it and where it's being done, and conversations with each one of the students that are involved. And we expect to house the veterans for the 2024 winter season. So we're moving right along, and thanks everybody for helping get us to where we are. Access 23, we're waiting for Spectrum to resolve our audio problems at the station. I believe the problem is after it leaves here and it gets to the head end, I think it doesn't come out with enough volume, but they're having difficulty, I think, scheduling us in. Once it's resolved, we'll begin broadcasting once again, and we're very sorry for the situation we're in. Anyone that's interested in becoming a member of the station in any active manner to help our public access station continue or find out more about the station can contact Steve Butler at 845-551-0683 or on Facebook or Messenger, Pat Westfall on Facebook, or myself at 845-248-1622 or on Facebook or Messenger. There's no experience necessary to become a member. I think I said at the last meeting that it can be a family event. I know that when I was involved and I was the president, and we moved from here to there, when I was the president, I got my son involved and he got his friends involved, and they painted the studio overnight at the cost of some pizzas. Great deal. And now he's still involved, and my grandson's involved, and my wife's involved, so it can be a family situation, and it can be a lot of fun. And you can, as public access TV, you can do what you'd like to do within some very few limitations. And people out there in the audience can submit videos, tapes, whatever. We have the capability to do it all. The DPW, thank you, just put in the racks from the station, which will have the archives. They go back to the very beginning of Access 23, almost 40 years ago. And we will, once we get them here, we will start playing them once we get sound. We'll start playing them, and I think you'll be amazed to see what the public did and what you can do now. So stay tuned, and hopefully Jason from Spectrum can come here this week and resolve our issue. I want to take a moment to talk about the dogs. Robin was here, and I know that she walks twice a day, and I know she goes to the dog park, as a lot of other people do, and she constantly gives me updates as to what's going on. And I want to thank the people that are taking after the dogs properly. But those people that walk their dogs or bring them to places they don't belong and don't pick up the poop, I don't know a better term, should realize that it's a health hazard and it causes other problems as well. Just tonight, before I came here, there was a dog in Church Street Park, and of course that got our dog excited, and that got the neighbor's dog excited, and before you know it, all the dogs in the neighborhood were barking. We just need to obey the signs, and we have one animal control officer that does a great job part-time. We need the help of the police department as well to remind people or violate them, whatever, and remind them that they should pick up after their animals. Interesting quick story. I know I'm going on, but I think it's very important. My 5 minutes are up.
This is why Bobby Joe can't complete the minutes.
You didn't say you reminded her. That's good. Now I lost my train of thought. So thank you very much. I appreciate that opportunity. So the inspiration thought of the day.
Here we go.
The inspirational quote of the day, keeping in spirit of 4th of July. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so his place can be proud of him. And that was Abraham Lincoln, and I think those are words that we should be reminded of. Thank you.
Thank you. DPW Councilman Laura Hagenberg.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try and get through this without any glasses this time. I have a larger font. Thanks to you. I think your wife probably.
It's good to see you working together.
Yeah, we try. DPW, on the week of June 24th, garbage, recycling, and paper pickup will be on its normal schedule. On the week of July 1st, garbage and recycling in the 1st and 2nd and 3rd will be picked up on its normal schedule. Garbage and recycling in the 4th Ward will be picked up a day later, which will be Friday, in light of the 4th of July holiday. Paper pickup will be on its normal schedule. The 2024 garbage schedule is available on the city website at www.portriversny.gov or by emailing the DPW office at dpwclerk@portriversny.gov. Compost pile and dump tickets are now open every Saturday from 7:15 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. Street sweeping is ongoing throughout every ward. Citywide bag leaf pickup every Monday until completion. Orange Square restoration has begun. I'll touch on that in a second. Blacktop repair is ongoing in all wards. DPW last met on June 3rd. Update on Orange Square Park, the progress. They originally fixed the fountain, as we discussed at the last meeting. That's up and running. Looks good. The flagpole was moved in order to make room for the new stage, which is larger than the current one. Those plans are being finalized this week, and construction should begin next week on those. They have also begun catch basin replacement in all the areas where blacktopping will occur this summer. And line striping is being done throughout the city. I also have request to accept resignation of employee number 614 and consideration for hiring of one part-time bus driver. So that's something that we will have to post later. Right, yeah, I'm just looking for, I don't know if we need permission to post that.
We don't, we'll just do a motion for the resignation.
So I will make a motion to accept the resignation of employee number 614.
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And that is all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
When is the resignation effective?
I don't.
Darla did not send me any information. So we'll accept it today.
Yeah, I think it was probably effective immediately. Just amend the minutes to show the resignation effective immediately by Joseph. Thank you. Is that all you have, sir?
None of them I have, thank you.
Okay. For your consideration, I have a public assembly permit. This is from Operation Toy Train in regards to a car and vehicle show. And this is to be held on July 6, 2024. I'll entertain a motion. They have all their necessary paperwork and insurance
So moved.
completed.
I'll second.
Siegel, second by Councilman Hockenberry. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. So for your consideration, this is from Starcroft Promotions. This is for a July 26th, 2024. This is a pump track jam public assembly permit application. Any discussion?
Yes, regarding that, that application was submitted, and the co-sponsor was listed as the, the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. Have they resubmitted another application, Bobby Joe? Or an updated one? Within the last week?
Not that I saw.
Okay, so I was contacted by the president of the Outdoor Club. They do not sponsor this event as is listed on the application, and there's also no insurance attached to this as well. So,
Starcraft usually provides the insurance the week before the event.
but their sponsoring agency is not sponsoring the event.
Okay.
So they were told in the beginning of the week to resubmit a new application, which they have not done, correct?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. What's your pleasure on the application? Table it?
What's,
No motions, no action.
Yeah. Do we have a second, or do we have a motion? No motion on the application. Okay.
so.
Moving on.
Just one question. Yes, are they still within a time frame that they could resubmit it, or no? They can't have it?
They are actually out of their time period then,
Okay.
at that point. Okay, we'll notify them tomorrow. All right, I'd like to make 2 appointments to the tourism board. I'd like to appoint Nikki Jones to the tourism board and Clarissa Cherry to the tourism board. I'd like to make an announcement that the second half of the city taxes are due on July 1st, 2024, and the water sewer bills will be going out July 1st, and they will be due July 31st. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to suspend our council meeting on July 8th, 2024,
So moved.
and allow all bills to be paid until our next
I'll
meeting,
second it and I'll third it.
Stands like
which will be held on July 22nd, 2024, in the city council chambers at 6:30. We have a motion from Stan. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman O'Connell. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Lastly, I would just like to extend my condolences to Valerie Majinski and her family on the passing of her mother. May she rest in peace. Okay, entertain a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second by, motion by Councilman Rhodes,
Stand. Oh, it's-
second by Councilwoman Dennison. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
Case closed. How's he doing?
Sherry, R-R-Y, normally.
What's that? I know, I can't get it out.
And Vicky spelled her name backwards. She probably has her. N-I-N-A-I, I think. I didn't know if it was one of the, but I looked hers up. Yes. An advertiser. Right, right. Oh, I forgot we were still live.